Okay, there's four types of crime under Sharia law: unforgivable crimes, forgivable crimes, community crimes, and crimes against state law. It's worth bearing in mind that Sharia law has different interpretations and can be put into different contexts. But I'm going to give you the strictest example of Sharia law, and this would be examples where people basically, where there's lots of execution and such things as this. This understanding of Sharia law is necessary as a deterrence to create mizan, to create order in our society. But some Muslims will say, well, this is a little bit too much. This is not what Sharia law is really about. So, under our strict understanding of Sharia law, there are unforgivable crimes, forgivable crimes, community crimes, and crimes against state law. Unforgivable crimes are crimes that humans can no longer forgive. We can't forgive this in our society today, so you will be executed if you do these crimes, and then it will be up to Allah to decide if he's going to show mercy on you in your afterlife. So, fornication or adultery is one unforgivable crime. So if you are seen to be committing adultery, you are going against the need to protect the family, and you can be killed for that, stoned for it. Theft is an unforgivable crime because you need to be protecting property, as we've mentioned before. People should have a right to property. If you're stealing, you will be receiving a execution at the worst. Drinking alcohol or taking drugs is seen to be an unforgivable crime, because if you're drinking alcohol or taking drugs, you will find yourself more likely out of a state of taqwa and more likely to commit other types of crime such as murder, rape, or adultery. So that's seen to be an unforgivable crime. Making a false accusation against an honourable woman. So claiming a woman has committed adultery when she hasn't, because then you're risking that person getting stoned. So it's made very clear, right, it's wrong to commit adultery, but if you make a false accusation, unforgivable crime. Rebellion against the state is an unforgivable crime, because if you start rebelling against how our society works, you will be killed because it creates disorder in society. Highway robbery. If you are mugging someone, that itself would be seen to be a crime because it's intimidation, terrorism, and the law is meant to be there to protect you from that. Rejection of Islam by Muslims. It's meant to be, that's blasphemy or bad action by Muslims, because the law is meant to be there to protect Islam and protect this unity amongst society. So under Sharia law, adultery, theft, drinking or drug taking, making a false accusation against an honourable woman, rebellion against the state, robbery or mugging, highway robbery, and rejection of Islam by Muslims, those are the 7 unforgivable crimes. Now, what about forgivable crimes? Well, interestingly enough, bodily harm or murder are seen to be forgivable crimes. It's seen possible to pay, for example, blood money if you commit a murder. So if I kill someone and then the family is brought into grievance and I pay money to those people to show my regret and about my actions, the family can decide whether I'll be executed or to accept my blood money. So that is a forgivable crime. Interestingly enough, murder is seen to be a forgivable crime under a strict understanding of Sharia law. Similarly, bodily harm, if I pay the person off, then I will be forgiven for my crime under Sharia law. Community crimes, committing fraud or antisocial behaviour, going out, causing trouble, okay, they will be judged to have a punishment in accordance to the Quran and the Hadith, but it's seen to be a community crime. Crime against state laws, these would be, for example, speeding or not paying my taxes, illegal parking. I will receive a punishment in respect to that society, but it's a crime against state law. So, unforgivable crimes, executed. Forgivable crimes, maybe if you pay the person off, you will not be executed. Community crimes, these are crimes that cause upset or problems in your community. crimes against state law. These would be crimes that aren't necessarily against Sharia law, but they might be crimes against the government that you live in. So these are 4 examples of crimes.